Am I in frame? In 2011, a couple of young, spry entrepreneurs start a company with one clear goal: see a movie a day for a monthly subscription. Now, the starting price was around $30. Not bad. Not really bad if you're in like New York City, like certain areas would charge you like $15 a ticket. It's a pretty good deal. For the next few years, Moviepass quietly existed with moderate success considering the ever downward spiral of theater attendance. And although theaters actually hated it, AMC eventually caved in and partnered with them, saying it frankly wouldn't be smart to ignore the success of subscription in other forms of media. The price gets slashed to $10 a month. The world is shook. 150,000 people subscribed to Moviepass within 2 days. I was there at ground zero. The website didn't work. The app didn't work. I couldn't get in. I eventually got in. That's when AMC called and said, "What's going on over there, man?" And then they said business, as AMC immediately ended their partnership with them and put out a statement saying, "Moviepass users are not welcome here." This is where our story begins. So the dust settled. Kind of. The app never really stopped being half broken, and they took 2 months to send me my card, but eventually I got in. Any ticket I want, any day, all for a price that's cheaper than a single movie ticket where I'm from. We all had our fun, but the same question was on everybody's mind. How is this sustainable? Meet Mitch Lowe, CEO of Moviepass. He was the guy who did his best to wash away investor concerns as their user base grew and grew. In December, as they hit 1 million subscribers, he sat down and said, "Yeah, we'll make a profit. We'll sell data. Yeah, we got a mostly millennial crowd, so we can tell companies what they like and what they don't." "Yeah, that's great, Mitch, except people are seeing everything now. People are going to the theater more often than ever because they have a card that lets them do it for free. They're seeing movies they don't even want to see." Not to mention, data from Moviepass may not always be so accurate, but we'll get to that later. Aside from data selling, he basically said he would profit the same way that gyms do, by chilling and waiting, so everybody keeps paying and they don't actually use the service. You see, pretty much every subscription service is banking on that idea. Forget that you have this, so you continue to give us money for nothing. It's gotten to the point where there are multiple subscription services dedicating to reminding you to stop paying for your subscription services. But of course, the problem here is that there's a major difference between Moviepass and a gym. One requires motivation, a desire for self-care, confidence, time management, and the other requires sitting. I don't know if Mitch Lowe needs to hear this, but people go to theaters anyway. It's one of the basic public activities that people do on the weekend. You're just letting them continue doing that for free now. So after all this reassurance of them saying, we're fine, the parent company comes out and says that since September, it is now April, this all started in September, they have lost $20 million a month. And then AMC copied them.
You belong on the new AMC Stubs A-List. See up to 3 movies every week. Get on the A-List for just $19.95 a month and instantly make reservations for movies.
Heard AMC theaters jumped on board the movie subscription train. Twice the price for a quarter of the theater network and 60% fewer movies. Thanks for making us look good, AMC. So when asked why they were charging about $20 a month, AMC responded with, so we can make a profit. So we can have a sustainable platform. Instead of taking that hint, Moviepass decided, okay, now let's start funding movies so we can profit from their profits. That's how we can get income. let's not really improve our service, let's just do like a new thing. So the first movie they funded was American Animals. Heard it was good, didn't see it. The second movie was Gotti, and it was regarded as the worst movie of the year. The third one was The Row. What is The Row?
What game are you playing? Row. It's like Greek Tinder.
There's only one
Oh
way out.
gosh.
There's one app she uses. Doesn't have a name, just a Greek symbol. Row.
It's called The Row.
Something happened at Phi Lambda and I want to know what it was.
Something happened.
Randy Couture, Lala Ken,
Who are they?
The Row.
Sororities aren't for everyone.
Moviepass wasn't in there. They didn't mention Moviepass. Why? That was the last Moviepass original. That was the end of that. So Moviepass basically has one last resort to turn this around, and that's by changing the service. See, it didn't take people very long to figure out how exactly the card and the app worked. They wanted people to stop seeing the same movie over and over simply because it was free. So on the app, you needed to check into the movie, and then that would install some money into your card, and then you could buy the ticket, and then it wouldn't let you check into that movie ever again. So you got one time, that's it. But no matter which show you wanted to see, all that happened when you checked in was money was installed on the card, and then you could just use it to buy a ticket. Nothing was limiting you from a specific movie in that sense. So you check in for Thor Ragnarok, and you buy a ticket for Thor Ragnarok. Then the next day, you check in for Blade Runner, and buy a ticket for Thor Ragnarok, and repeat. There was no real limitation, it was just an illusion of a limitation within the app. So people continued buying tickets for whatever they wanted. There was another rule that didn't allow you to pay for a movie in advance. You had to buy it on the day. You also couldn't see anything premium, Fathom event kind of thing. No IMAX, no 3D. Normal movie, had to pay on the day. But I wanted to see and secure my ticket in advance for Tommy Wiseau's limited release movie, Best Friends. So I went to the box office a week earlier and I said, can I have a ticket for Best Friends? And they're like, okay. And then I checked in for Sherlock Gnomes or something I was never going to see, and then I swiped the card and got my ticket. There were no rules. You could get any ticket you want. This machine literally crapped out money over and over, and we just kept taking it, and eventually something happened. The weekend that Mission Impossible 6 came out, I remember it well because I tried to drive to the theater that morning to secure some tickets with Moviepass. Gone. The app was just dark. Nothing was there. I thought, I was like, no, this can't be it. I Googled online, I went to Twitter, I went to Reddit, and people were like, what's happening? Does anybody else see the darkness? What's going on? I want to see Mission Impossible. Moviepass ran out of money overnight. They couldn't pay for the servers, so the servers stopped, and it died. What a rough ending. Except that wasn't the end, because they actually borrowed money to keep the servers running. They had no money, they got more money, so they could lose more money. And we kept going. So later, they sat down and said, guys, we need to raise the price. We need to raise the price. We need to raise it to $15. And I thought, okay, $5 increase. If I just see 2 movies, it pays for itself still. This is really not a big deal. Okay. But apparently they got so much hate for doing that they went back on it in 2 months. 2 months it took them to be like, nah, we'll go back to 10. You guys don't like that? Okay, I mean, I gotta pay like hundreds of millions of dollars. I just borrowed more, but we'll do 10. If you guys want 10, we'll do 10, yeah. Well, there is a catch this time. We know you guys are seeing movies you're not supposed to be seeing more than once. New rule. every time you see a movie, you have to send us a picture of the ticket stub so we know you're not lying. And if it's the wrong ticket stub, you are permanently banned from Moviepass. But Moviepass, you have an infamously bad customer service department. You want me to believe you're hiring more people to comb through millions of ticket stubs a day from all your customers, making sure they're following your stupid rules? You can't even afford to pay yourself for existing. You're literally running on borrowed time, and you want me to believe, oh, I better send them the picture of my ticket before I send it to the guy. Like, it's, oh my God. I seriously don't know a single person who was banned for taking a picture of like someone else's ticket or something to fool them. I know people who were banned who were following the rules. So the metagame remained the same. Just ride this baby out until it dies, because it ain't gonna be much longer. There really wasn't a whole lot to it after that. There was a new rule where you had to go to the website to see which specific movies you were allowed to see that day, which, as I explained, wasn't a rule you had to follow. Mitch Lowe continued to assure everybody that everything was fine, despite millions of dollars being lost, subscribers going down, stocks plummeting. People were just tired of all these rules. Every day it felt like there was a new rule we had to follow. They introduced peak pricing, which was like if you saw a movie at a popular time, you actually did have to pay a little bit extra. It was just like, people gave up. September 14th, 2019, time of death, 8 a.m. Moviepass was officially dead. We still deeply believe in the need for the Moviepass service in the marketplace to maintain affordable access to theaters and provide movie lovers with choices of where to go to the movies. We thank you for your loyalty to Moviepass and sharing our vision for the industry. Although we do not currently know what the future holds for the Moviepass service, we hope to find a path that will enable us to continue the service in the future. Sincerely, Mitch Lowe. And then the coronavirus happened. So that's the story. That's the legend of Moviepass. I hope you enjoy listening. This is my favorite failed business venture story of all time. I'm glad I got to be a part of it. You know, it's fun to make fun of this and movie theaters in general for their exorbitant prices, obnoxious guests, messes all over the floor. But I still love it, you know? I really want to go back. It's been almost a year since I've been in a theater. And the sad thing is, we're entering an era where the industry is more than well prepared to live without these theaters. Warner Brothers announced that as an experiment this year, every single release is going to be simultaneously put on HBO Max. We're getting these Disney movies like Raya and The Last Dragon or whatever, the first original Disney animated movie since Moana, coming to Disney Plus. It's kind of sad. The age of streaming is upon us, and while I don't think theaters are going to die entirely, it's not going to be the same anytime soon. And that's sad. So, I'm at least glad to be a part of Moviepass. It was a great ride. Mitch Lowe, hope you're doing well. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna make more videos in 2021, I'll tell you. Ow!